The Cameron Peak Fire in 2020 was one of the highest elevation large wildfires in U.S. history, burning to the top of the tree line between 9 and 11,000 feet.
It's really at those elevations that we accumulate these deep, persistent snowpacks in Colorado.
Dan McGrath, a research scientist and associate professor at Colorado State University, says snowpack decreases many years after a wildfire because the burn scar gets more sun and more wind in the absence of trees. But his latest study shows that the direction of the slope can lessen the snowpack even more. Over the last 3 winters, they found that the snowpack peaked about 3 weeks earlier than the historic average on burn slopes that faced to the south.
But 3 weeks is a really big deal to someone who cares about kind of every drop of water that's coming out of a basin and effectively managing that, because that drop of water has a value associated to it, and that value is quite high here in Colorado.
And McGrath has some concern that the pine forests on the south-facing burned slopes of the Cameron Peak fire area may never recover, based on evidence from past fires in the western states.
Those slopes have not returned to their pre-fire kind of state. They've been transformed in a permanent way to something that's maybe more grasslands or shrubs, or in some cases maybe some deciduous trees, aspens that will move in there, but not this kind of shady, cool, coniferous forest that may have been there pre-fire.
Meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen for the 9 News Weather Impact Team.